Hey guys, in this video we're going to continue the video sharing web application that we started in the previous video. The starter code will be available in the description from what we did in the last video. And in this video we will set up the authentication with AllAuth and override the default templates given to us with that. And we will use different mixins to restrict access to specific pages to the application. And we'll add a conditional to give the user buttons to update or delete the video if they have permission to do so. And finally, we will create a simple list view for the index page. Now, before we start with this, one thing that I forgot to do in the last video was inside our templates and base template, I need to add one more script tag for this icon library we're going to use later. So, over here, Ion Icons has all these open source icons that we're going to use later to create buttons on our templates. So to add this, all we do is go to Usage, come down here, and grab this script tag right here. This link will be in the description as well, so you can grab it there. And we'll come here and just paste it right below our video.js tag. And that will be there for later. We'll save that. And now, let's go ahead and get started by adding AllAuth. And I pulled the documentation here. This will go through how to set it up. All we need to do is install Django AllAuth, change some stuff in our settings, add these backends, add some stuff to our installed apps, and set up a site ID. There's a lot more here than we'll use. You can go through and set up like a Google or GitHub login or whatever else you want. There's a whole lot of choices here. But we're going to stick with just the basic sign in and sign out pages without any sort of social provider. So let's go ahead and do that. So first we'll come up here and we'll grab this line right here just to install it. We'll come back to our text editor, open a terminal up, and we'll see where I'm at. We'll go ahead and paste it in here. And also to make sure you have your virtual environment activated as well before we start. Press enter and that will install it. And now it's installed, we'll come down to our next step and we'll open up our settings.py first. So we'll find that file, which should be right here, settings.py. And first we'll come down here, go and get rid of this for now. Come down here to our templates. Make sure you have what you need here in your templates list here, which we already do in this project. So we'll come down here to this authentication backends and we'll copy this. We'll paste this, we'll put it right above all this. So we'll put it right up here. Paste this in here. Let's get rid of these dots here. Go ahead and save that. Come back to here. In our installed apps, so you'll see the following. It says the following apps are required. So we'll grab these apps and we'll copy those. Come back here and we'll paste them in here. And looking at this, it looks like contrib.auth, contrib.messages are already in there. So we can go ahead and delete these two as they're already in our installed apps. We'll go ahead and save that. We'll come back up here. Scroll down here and we're going to grab the site ID as well. Copy that. And then we'll paste that. We'll put it right here below our authentication backends. Right there. We'll save all that. And I think that should be it for our settings file. So now we'll go into our URLs and just add this path for the AllAuth URLs. So we'll go to our root URLs, so within our video share urls.py here, and then below this we'll paste in that AllAuth URLs. And then finally, you see here, after everything's installed and set up, we need to migrate the changes to the database. So we'll open a terminal back up. We'll go ahead and type. We'll first make sure we are within our video share folder. So we'll cd into video share. You'll see our manage.py. So here we can type Python3 manage.py to migrate. with those changes added, we can go ahead and type Python3 manage.py run server. And if we go to localhost 8000, we can go /accounts/login. And you'll see now we already have a sign-in page available. So we type admin and type with our admin. It will log us in. We need to change one thing because our redirect URL is taking us to this account/profile, which we haven't created yet. But if we go to accounts/logout, are you sure you want to sign out? Sign out. And we are signed back out. So we already have a whole setup here where we can sign in, sign out, and register users without doing anything else. Or is account/sign up? That's what it is. Let's type that in here. So a sign up page here, we can register a user by typing in a username, email, and password. So we'll do that real quick. User at test is fine. We'll do a password of sign up. Password is too common, so we'll give it a better one. Sign in. And you'll see we get this connection refused error. That is because we did not set up our email server yet for this sign up to go through. So to fix this, all we need to do is to add one line to our settings.py file. So we'll come up here to our settings.py. We'll scroll down here to the bottom, and we add one line down here. We will type, first we'll make a comment, we'll put email. We'll put email backend, which will set equal to django.core.mail.backends.console.email backend. And then to set our redirect for the other error when we sign in, we will put sign in redirect. We will put a variable of login underscore redirect underscore URL equals index. Save that. And now we come back to our application here. We'll come back to localhost 8000, and then we'll go accounts/login. Sign with our admin account. It'll now redirect us back to the index page. So that's working well. There's no errors there. And we'll check real quick our last piece, which is going to accounts, sign up. First we need to log out, so we'll type accounts/logout. Sign out. And then we'll come here, we'll do accounts/sign up. We'll sign up a user. Sign them up, and now it redirects us back to the index page. And so that signed up fine without a connection error, because we set up our backend just to be our console. So now we have our whole login system set up just like that. One thing you'll notice pretty quickly though is that these templates aren't very good. So if we come here /accounts/logout, it does not look very good at all. Luckily, there's a pretty easy fix for this. We can override all of the default templates and add our own styles to it. So let's go ahead and do that now. So if you go to Django AllAuth, the GitHub page for that, which will be in the description as well, we come down here, we click on AllAuth. We come down here, find account. Oh, sorry, not account. Come back here to go to templates, and you'll have these templates right here. And what we need to do is we need to get all these folders here and these files here and put it within our project. And then any changes we make to them will then override the default templates. So to do that, first we'll come back up to our project, and in the home directory, so in the very root directory of the file, we'll make a new folder We'll call this templates. We'll come back to this project, and we'll go ahead and download the zip. We'll unzip that, and then we'll find it where it's located. We'll open it up, and we'll go to the same file structure we did, AllAuth. We'll find the templates, and all these files are what we need. So I'll go ahead and just select all of these. We'll copy these, open our project back up, and then we will open a contained folder. Inside that templates folder we just created, we will paste those files in there. Alright, now with those files added, we can start editing our templates. So first you'll see in the structure up here, we have this account within our templates, and then inside here we have a base HTML down here, which is a simple base template. We have our login, logout, some password change, password reset templates, a sign up template, and everything else we need right here. So we go and change these styles, those will automatically change the styles, override the default styles for these built-in templates. So let's start by going to our base.html, and first we want to add Bootstrap because we want it to look the same as the rest of our site. So we're going to add Bootstrap to the head, the link to it, and then make some changes here with some different classes to start making it look a little better. So to do so, we'll go to Bootstrap and we'll copy the CSS, just like we did in the previous video. We'll come up here to the head, and we'll paste that link tag in there. We'll pull back Bootstrap again, come down here, and we'll grab these JavaScript files, and we'll come down here to the closing body tag and paste it right in there. And now with that added, we're going to go ahead and add some things around our block content. So just for clarity, I'm going to go ahead and add content here, just so we can clearly see what we're putting this around. And around these template tags here, I'm going to put a div with a class equal to container. And inside of there, we're going to put a div with a class equal to row, justify, content, center. And then around that, we're going to go ahead and put a column. So put a div class equals col dash md dash 8, and we'll make it the full width of the screen on small screens. So we'll put column dash sm dash 12. And now we'll take our block content and our in block content. We'll cut that out there, and we will paste it in there. And now let's go ahead and go into our login template. Let's add a few things here. So we look at this template, you'll see down here we have a form, just form.asp. And so we want to make some changes to this to make it look a little better. So instead of ASP, let's use Christie Forms again like we did in our other forms. So we come down to our videos app, go into our templates, and go to our create video. You'll see we have this load Christie Forms tag here. Let's go ahead and copy that. We'll come back up to our login template, and I'll go and paste this right below this other load tag right here. And then I'll change this .asp just to a crispy filter. And this was all explained in the previous video, so you can go back and watch that one if you don't understand what we're doing here. With those changes, we'll go ahead and save that. And that will fix our form. The last thing we want to do with this template is we want to change the button. So right now all it has is primary action class. I'm going to leave that alone and just add on to it a btn-outline-info and a btn-block. Go ahead and save that. And now with those changes, let's go ahead. Our server's running. Let's go ahead and go to our page here, reload it. And nothing changed because I forgot to add one thing. So if we go down to our settings.py and we come up to our templates, one thing we forgot to add here was in this dirs key and this value here, we need to add os.path.join and then put baster, comma, templates. So what we need to do here is tell it where our templates folder is at. So we have the folder is in our base directory, and then in a folder called templates. So we can use path.join just to join base dir and templates together, and it will automatically come up here to our base directory and find a folder called templates. And now with those changes done, let's go ahead and save that. We'll come back to our browser here, and now let's reload the page. And now it's looking much better. We have our Christie forms, making these forms look significantly better. We have a better button and everything else. Now, one thing we still don't have here is this menu. We'll change it here in a second. But now you can see we can quickly update forms and change the forms to make them look much, much better than the default AllAuth templates look. Now let's go ahead and work on this menu here. So right now it doesn't look terrible, but it could look a lot better. So let's go ahead and make some changes to it. So let's go back to our base.html, and we'll scroll up here and we'll find our menu right here. So right now we'll leave everything how it really is with an unordered list and some list elements here, list items here. We're just going to add some Bootstrap styles to them. So to do that, we'll come up here and we'll do, in our UL, we'll add a class equal to nav flex column. And then on our LIs, we'll do a class equal to nav item. We'll do the same thing here, class equals nav dash item. And then on our links, we also want to add a class equal to nav dash link, and a class equal to nav dash link. And we'll do the same thing down here. Class equal to nav dash item. Class equal to nav dash link. Nav dash item, and a class of nav link. Let's go ahead and save that now. We'll come back to our browser, reload the page, and now our buttons look much better. Let's go ahead and add one more thing here. This menu is all the way against the side of the screen, which doesn't look as great. Let's go and just pull it away by adding a little bit of padding there. So we'll come back into our menu. On the strong tag here, we'll add a class equal to padding left dash 3. We'll save that. Now let's reload this one more time here. And now it gets pulled out away from the screen, and now it just looks a little better than it did before. Okay, great. So this is looking a lot better. One thing you will notice if we sign in here, put my right password in. We'll sign in here, and then if we come back out here to accounts/logout, you'll see our messages are still look like they did before. They don't look that great. And Bootstrap has some good alert styles that we could use to make this look a lot better. So let's go ahead and do that real quick on our base template. So we'll go back to our text editor here. We'll scroll up a little bit, and we'll see this strong messages and this list, this for loop, and this list item here for different messages. Let's go ahead and change this. We don't want a unordered list anymore for these. We are just going to put them all within a div and add some styles to it. So we'll come up here, we'll change this to a div, and we'll add some styles to it. Class equals alert and alert dash primary for the message. We'll save that. And now if we come back to our browser, we go to accounts/login. You'll see already our messages look a lot better. Now, one thing I don't want anymore is this messages little heading here. We can get rid of that, and all we need is just this message coming up, and I think that looks just fine. So we'll go ahead and we'll just go ahead and delete this strong tag right here. We'll save that. We'll save that, and then we will come back to our browser, refresh the page. We go ahead and sign in, and then we come back here. You'll see now we have these messages here at the top. So everything's looking pretty good. We can go through and add some more changes to our other templates we have, like our sign out and everything else we have. Let's go and do that now. So we'll go back to our text editor here. We'll come down to our logout template. And just like before, we're doing the exact same thing we did before. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this form tag again, or this load Christy Forms tag. Going to copy this, come down to our logout. So we'll go ahead and just add a style to our button. Put a class equal to btn-outline-info btn-block. Go ahead and save that. Password change, we will have a form here, so we'll go ahead and paste in our tag and change this to with just a crispy filter, crispy. And then down here on our button, we'll add a class equal to btn-outline-info btn-block. Go and save that. Let's go down to our next one. We have a form here again, so we'll paste in our crispy forms tag here. I will come down here and change our form to have a crispy filter. And then once again, on our button, add a class equal to btn-outline-info btn-block. Save that. Come down to our next one here. This one doesn't have any form or any buttons. So the next one, we will have a form tag here. So we'll paste in our Christy Forms, or load Christy Forms tag, and come down here and change this to have a crispy filter. And then on our button, once again, add a class equal to btn-outline or btn-outline-info btn-block. Save that. Come down here to the next one. There's nothing there. Down to our password set. There's a form here, so once again we'll paste in our Christy Forms tag, add the Christy filter, and on our input here we'll add a class equal to btn-outline-info btn-block. Save that. Come down to our sign up, and we'll have a form again here, so we'll add in our load Christy Forms tag. We will change the form here to have a Christy filter, and then we will go ahead and on our button we'll add a class equal to btn-outline-info btn-block. Save that. That one's fine, there's nothing there. Verification sent, nothing there. No form or anything there. So we should be good with all of these. Just double check real quick. Yep. Okay, let's go back up here to our email confirm. There is some things here. Looks like we have more buttons here, so let's go ahead and edit this page. So on our primary, make primary, resend verification, remove. Let's make our make primary green, resend verification our info color, and remove, make it the danger color. So we will go ahead and on this first primary one, we'll add a btn-outline-success, make it green, and btn-block again. And then on our next one, on our resend verification email button, we'll do a btn-outline-info. And for these, actually, I'm not going to make them blocks like this. Just go ahead and remove this. We're just put btn and then btn-outline-whatever color we want. And then down here for our last button, we will have, make it the danger color, the red color. So we'll put a btn and then btn-outline-danger. And we'll go ahead and save that. Looking down at our form some more, we will have a form here as well. So we'll go ahead up here at the very top, paste in our load Christy Forms tag, come down here to our form, and add the crispy filter. And we have a button here for submit, and once again we'll add a class equal to btn dash outline dash info and btn dash block. Go ahead and save that. And that should be it for this form. We have some JavaScript here, but nothing you need to change there. So we should be good with this one. And now we'll come up to we'll come down here to our email confirm. Look at this one. We have a button here, and that's about it, looks like. So on our button, we'll go ahead and make this button green, just as a confirm button. So we'll put class equals btn dash outline dash success and btn dash block. Go ahead and save that. And that should be it for these templates. Let's go and try them out real quick and see how they look. So reload this page here. This looks much better. We go to change email. I can add an email to our account. I'll go and just add admin@example.com. Add email. And now you'll see here this page is the one we just changed. Our make primary buttons green, resend verification, remove. That's all looking good. We can add another email here. That's all looking pretty good right there. Let's go and add one more email. And if we add this email here, we'll have two checkboxes showing up here. We can select one. We can do resend verification. And then if we come to our console over here, you'll see we got this verification email in our console since we set our backend just to go here. For now, once you're in production, you'll want to change this to an actual email, obviously. But for now, in our testing, this will work great. You'll see this hello from example.com. We'll change this here in a second. You're receiving this email because your user admin, whatever else, confirm this is correct. Go here. We click on that link and follow that link. It'll give us this confirm email address page. And you can see here we have this green button here that we made. It gives us the email here. We hit confirm. You'll see here it says you have confirmed the admin email. If we go ahead and sign back in. Then if we go to our account, you go change email, and we're back here. You'll see this is verified primary. And we can go ahead here, make primary. Primary email must be verified. So we verify this. We can switch them back and forth between the verified and unverified, or the primary emails. But let's go ahead and remove this one. Just test that button. Hit OK. And now it's gone. So this is all working very well. Everything looks a lot better here. We go to sign out. We go ahead and sign out here. Everything's working pretty great right now. So that's all it really took to get a whole authentication system set up with email verification. Everything else we could really need here. With not much work really involved. AllAuth makes it very, very easy to get that set up and working. So now that's all set up, we want to add a few more things here. We want to restrict different pages to only logged in users. So if I were to log out right now, okay, which I am currently logged out, and I go to /video/create, I can still upload a video, and I am not logged in right now, which is not what we want to happen. We want this to only be available to logged in users. If the user is not logged in, they go to this URL, it should redirect them to the login page to log in before they are able to post a video. So let's go ahead and add that first. Luckily, Django makes this very, very easy. They have a login required mixin that we can add to any class-based view. And since we have all class-based views, we can really easily add this as a parameter to any of our classes, and it will require a login to access this view. So if we go back to our text editor here, we'll come down to our videos app, wherever that's at right here, and come down to our views. What we need to do here is we need to add an import up here. So we'll do from Django.contrib.auth.mixins import login required mixin. We come down to our create video, and as the very first parameter, we add login required mixin, and save that. We come back to our browser, refresh this page, and now it's taking us to this sign in page because we're not signed in currently. If we go ahead and sign in, we could then access our video/create page. You can see up here as a parameter, URL parameter of next equals video/create. So once we log in, it'll redirect us back to this videos/create URL route that we have. If I sign in, put my right password in this time and sign in, it'll take us back here to this upload video page here. We can upload a video. So that's working great, and that's all we need to do to get that working like that. Django makes it very, very easy to get add this functionality to our applications. So let's go ahead and add that to our update video and delete video as well, because those should also be only for logged in users too. So let's come down here to our update video. We'll add as the very first parameter, login required mixin. Go to delete video, login required mixin. Perfect. Now this is good, but these login or these delete and update video views need more than just a login required. We only want the user who uploaded the video to be able to come back and update or delete it. We don't want any user to be able to do so. So we need to add one more mixin to make this happen, which is a user passes test mixin. But before we can do that, we need to add something to our models. Right now, we're not saving a user with our model, which we need to add before we can do anything else. So we'll go ahead and first we'll add an uploader field to the very top of our model. So we'll add uploader equals models.foreign-key, and we need to pass in the user model, and then on delete equals models.cascade. So first things first, we need to import the user model so Django knows what we're talking about. So we'll type from django.contrib.auth.models import user. This is just a built-in user model that we've been using to sign in and sign out with different users. And this uploader field will just create a foreign key between the user and the onDelete models.cascade. We'll just delete all the videos a user uploaded when the user is deleted. With those changes made, we can go ahead and save users to our videos. So we can create a link between the user and the video, and then we can check if that user is the same user that's logged in. And if so, we'll let them get to the update and delete views. Go ahead and save that. Go down here and stop our server. So I'm going to go ahead and type Python3 manage.py make migrations. You'll see here we're getting this error that says we're trying to add a non-nullable field to uploader to a video without a default. And so for now I'm going to quit this, and I'm going to go ahead and just delete our migrations folder. And I'm going ahead and delete the database as well. And now let's go ahead and run this again. And then we'll go ahead and hit Python3 manage.py migrate. And this will be easier than just trying to add a default to anything. We'll just go ahead and just start over and just add new videos back to the site. So with those changes made, let's go ahead and add a video to the site. So we'll go ahead and run our server again. Python3 manage.py run server. And actually, before we start our server here, we need to create a new super user since we deleted the database. So I'll type Python3 manage.py create super user. And now with that user created, let's go ahead and run our server. And now here, we'll go ahead and go to accounts/login. We'll type in our account we just made. And now we're logged in. Let's go ahead and add a video. So let's add a title here, test video description. Now let's go ahead and choose a video file, choose the thumbnail, and we'll submit the video. And you'll see here we get an operational error, no such table exists, videos _ video. So let's take a look at what went wrong. Let's go ahead and run Python3 manage.py make migrations. Python3 manage.py migrate. So it looks like our problem is that we're applying migrations to everything but not our video app. It doesn't look like we are. So let's go ahead and type Python3 make migrations videos. Oops, Python3 manage.py. And now we create our video model. So now let's go and do Python3 manage.py migrate. And now we applied our videos migration. So now with those changes, let's go ahead and run our server. Come back here, let's go back to video/create, and let's add another video. Choose a video file, choose a thumbnail, and submit this video. And now we're getting not null constraint failed videos _ video.uploader.id _id. Now this is because we added a uploader field, but we did not add any way to set the uploader. So let's go ahead and add that real quick and fix this error. So we'll go back to our text editor. It will come down to our views. And in our create video, we need to override our form valid method in here. So to do that, to override a method, all you gotta do is just to add the method with the exact name inside your subclass and your child class. So we'll go ahead and add a def form _ valid, pass in self and pass in form. And now we'll go ahead and add form.instance.uploader equals self.request.user. And then we'll return super.form _ valid and pass in the form. So what we're doing here is we're creating this method called form _ valid, and this will run whenever the form is being validated. So after we hit submit, it will validate the form data before we do anything with it. So here we'll validate the form data. We'll go ahead and before we do anything else, we will set the current form instance, which we're passing in to this method. Set the uploader of that to be the self.request.user. So all we're doing, if we go back to our models, is when we create our video, we're already setting all of these, but this one is still empty. So what we're doing here is we're taking our current form instance and setting the uploader for that instance to be the current user that's logged in. Hopefully that makes sense. All we're doing here is setting the uploader to be the current user and returning that to the superclass, passing in the new form with this added in. If that is not quite clear, you can read on the documentation of this form valid method to understand more of what it's doing, but it's pretty straightforward with what we're doing here. Now with those changes, let's go ahead and add a video again. So we'll come here, we'll go to this URL, we'll add a video. Test video description, choose a video file, choose a thumbnail, and submit. And there we go. Now we have our test video right here. And we can play it. It plays through. Maybe, there we go. Now our video is playing. So everything here is working great. We have the video added. And now we have a user set up connected to this video. So now with that change made, we can go ahead and add our user passes test mixin. So back in our text editor and our views on this update video and delete video. Right now any user that's logged in can update or delete the video, which is not what we want. So to change this, we'll come up here, and the same import line as our login required mixin will also import user passes test mixin. And then we'll come down to our views, and we need to do two things. First, after our login required mixin, we would need to add in the user passes test mixin. So I'll type that in here, user passes test mixin. Yeah, same thing for our delete video, user passes test mixin. And now we need to go ahead and add another thing to these views now. So this user passes text mixin requires a test func method, and that will return a true or false value depending on whatever test, if it passes or doesn't pass that test. So to do this, below our get success URL, we're going to go ahead and add another method, and it'll be called def test underscore func, and we'll pass in self. Now here we need to go ahead and test if the current user is the same as the uploader to the video that's selected. So we can go ahead and get the current video by just typing video equals self.get underscore object. And then below that we can go ahead and just return self.request.user equals video.uploader. We could make an if statement and do if self.request.user is equal to video uploader, return true, else return false, or we can do it just in one line here and we're returning self.request.user equals video.uploader. This is just a more concise way to do the same thing as an if statement would. Now with that, we can go ahead and do the same thing for delete video. So below this, we'll type def test func, pass in self, and we'll get the current video equals self.get underscore object, and then we'll go ahead and return self.request.user is equal to video.uploader. Now with that saved, let's go back to our browser here, and we want to go ahead and edit this video. So I'll go ahead and type in /update. Let's go ahead and remove this slash here. Now it takes us to our upload video, and we are signed in, so it takes us right here. We're signed in and we're the same user that uploaded it, so it takes us to this upload video form. I can do the same thing here for delete, and I can delete the video if I wanted to. Now if we're to go here to accounts/logout and sign out, and then I went back to /videos/1/update, and now it makes us sign in. If we were to go ahead and create a new account, let's call it user2, test.com, and we're to sign up with that user, and now I went back to that page /accounts or /videos/1/update. Now this is 403 forbidden. So now you can see we have both functionalities added to this application. Not only do we require a login to be able to update and delete videos, but we also require the user to be the same one as the one who uploaded it in the first place. And since we are not in this case, it gave us a 403 forbidden error, which is exactly what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and log back out here now. Accounts/logout. We'll sign back out. And now the last piece to this authentication, we need to add some sort of conditional to the detail view template so we can have buttons to edit and delete the videos without having to go to the actual URL. So to do that, let's go back to our text editor, go back to our detail video, and then down here at the very bottom, right before the closing div tag, we want to add another 2 more links. And this will go by the share button that was there already, and we'll go ahead and type in first an if statement. So we want to check if the user is the same as the one who's uploaded the video. So same check as before, if object.uploader is equal to user. And what we're doing here, object is the current video object. So this is taking the current video object, looking at the uploader. If the uploader is the same user as the current user that's logged in, then we'll go ahead and run this code right here, which will be 2 links. So we're at an anchor tag here, and we'll go ahead and put href here equal to, we'll do a Django tag here. We'll put URL video-update, which is our name for our update URL pattern. And we also want to pass in the object.pk. And then we'll go ahead and close off that. And now let's go ahead and use an ion icon, the library we added here in the beginning. We're going to go ahead and add that in here. So we'll do ion-icon name equals pencil outline. And we're going to close off that tag. And now below this, we'll make another anchor tag, href equals, do another, actually we need to delete this real quick. We'll do another template tag here within quotes. And now within here, we'll do URL, give it the name of the URL pattern, which is video-delete, and pass in the object.pk. And then within here, I'll make another ion icon tag, do a name equals close-outline. Close off that tag there, save that. And now here at the very bottom, we need to go ahead and close off this if tag. So we'll do that by just typing within the tag again, we'll just type endif and save that. Let's go now and look at our template. So we'll come back here. We'll go to videos / 1. And now we'll see here it looks exactly the same. We're not logged in or anything, so it looks exactly the same as before. So we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and log in. Log in with our admin account. We'll come back to that video. You'll see here, down here we have these buttons. The styles do not look very good right now, which will change here in a second. But they're there, which is very good. If we click on it, it takes us to the upload video. And if we click here, it then lets us delete the video. So this is all looking very good. We do need to make these look a lot better though. They clearly are not looking how they should. And to do so, I'm going to use some styles I already wrote. This will be in the code for this will be in the description, so you can grab the styles for this CSS file. Go back to our text editor here, scroll up here in our media folder. We're going to go ahead and make a CSS file here. So within media here, we'll do a new folder here, CSS. And within here, I'll make a new file and call it style.css. I'm going to go to my base template and make sure we have the link in here, which we do not at the moment. So now we'll go ahead and add it. We'll put it here at the bottom. We'll do it above, at the very bottom of all these links here. We'll make a link tag, link rel equals style sheet, type equals text/css, href equals media/css/style CSS. And I'm going to go ahead and copy in the code for this file here. So I'll scroll back up here, go to our style CSS. I'm going to grab a bunch of styles. These will all be available in the description, so you can go grab them real quick too. And we'll go ahead here and paste it in there. Save that. Let's come back and reload our page and see what it looks like now. This button looks a lot better. If we click on it, we have our share little dialog here that was made earlier. These look the same because we forgot to add any styles to them. So let's go ahead and add some classes to those. Go back to our text editor, come down to our detail video, and you'll see here we don't have any classes. So they're going to look the same. So let's go ahead and add some classes for the styles we just added. So we'll go ahead and add a class here of video icons, icon-color. And down here we'll add a class equals video icons, icon-color. Save that. We'll come back here and reload this page. And now the buttons look a lot better. So now these buttons are right down here. I can click on them and it will take me to that page if I'm the correct user. And they won't appear if I'm not the correct user. So this is working very well. We have a very nice little template here. We'll come back and make this look more pretty later, but for now this is working great. And that's the last piece we needed for our authentication to get everything working well. So now we have ways to edit and delete the videos from the templates, and we restricted the user based on their login credentials. So everything's working great. The last piece of this video we're going to add is a list view to the index page. Right now, if we go back to the index page, it just says index. And what I'd like to have is all these videos to show up in these little cards on this page. Eventually we'll come back, we'll add more complex pieces to it, make it, not just every single video on the site, but make it a little more, make it more based towards the user who's logged in. But for now, we'll just keep it as just a simple index page for now. So to do that, we need to go back to our text editor and add something to our views. So we'll go to our views.py file, and we'll come up here to our index view. We can go ahead and delete this function-based view here, and we'll replace it with a class-based view. So first, we need to import ListView. So up here, I'm going to go ahead and do from Django.views.generic.list import ListView. And then down here, do a class of index ListView. And then I'll go ahead and do a model equals video, a template name equals videos / index.html, and then an order by equals, and then negative date underscore posted. So this looks pretty similar to our other views we made so far. Just like our other generic views, we need to give it a model, which is video, a template name, which is just our index page, and then this order by, we want the newest videos to show up first. So instead of doing just date posted, which would show the oldest first and newest last, we reverse that by putting the minus sign here and putting the newest videos first. And that's all we need for this view. It's a very simple view. Let's go ahead and go to our URLs now and make the change here. So instead of it being, or in our root URLs file, instead of it just being this video views.index, it's now going to be video views.index, capital E, .as underscore view. Save that. And now if we come back to our template here, reload it, it's working fine. So everything there is set up correctly. Now we can go ahead and edit the actual HTML to make the videos appear in these different cards. So let's go ahead and open up our index.html, and we'll go ahead and delete this h1 tag here. And now instead, let's go ahead and create a container, a row, and then different cards that will be columns that will show the videos. So first we'll go and do a div class equals container. Oops, let's get rid of that extra character there. We'll go ahead and add a div class equals row justify content center. And then we want to go ahead and add a card. So we'll do a div class equals card col-md-md-3 col-sm-12, so it's full screen on small devices and mobile devices. And then we'll add some margin right for medium or larger screens, and we'll add it to 2, margin top of 5 on all screens, a padding of 3, and a border -0 to get rid of the border. And now within here, we can go ahead and make a link. And this will link to an image. So for now, we're going to go ahead and put the link will go to. So it will not link to an image, but it will be a link on an image. It'll link to the detail video URL pattern. So we'll type URL video-detail and then object.pk. And then outside of here, go and close off that tag here and do an image src equals /media/ we'll pass in a variable here, and we'll do object.thumbnail. Pass in a video, and this variable will be the thumbnail from the current object. So for now, I'm gonna leave that blank and come back and fill it in a second. And then I'm gonna add a width to this image here. We'll give it a width of, we'll say, equals 256, and we'll give it a height that will equal 144. We'll close off that tag there, and then below that, we're gonna go ahead and make another div. Give it a class equal to card-body. Now within this div here, we'll make a link first, which would have a class of link text, which came from our CSS file. href equals, we'll do an URL here. This will be URL video detail, and we need to pass in the object, the PK for the object as well that we're adding here. And then within here, we're going to make this an H5. And we'll give it a class equal to text-center. And now within this H5 here, we need to pass in a variable as well, which I'll leave blank for now. We'll come back to that in a second. Below this link, we need to add 2 more things. We're going to add the user that's uploaded and the current date posted. So we'll go ahead and just create 2 p tags with a class equal text-muted to make it lighter, kind of a gray text. We'll center it with text-center, and we'll add a margin of 0 on this. And once again here, we'll pass in a variable, which I will come back to in a second. We'll add another p tag here, give it a class equals text-muted. Actually, I'm going to go and just copy this. It's the exact same, minus the margin. So we'll go and just copy this, paste it there, get rid of this margin. We'll go ahead and save that. And now this is all set up how we need to, but we need to go and loop through all the videos and fill in the current video data into these double curly braces here. So to do so, we'll go above our row, or add a for loop in. So I'll put our normal template syntax here. We'll do for object in object underscore list. And what we're doing here is we're saying, we'll go through each object in the object list. The object list is the default name of the ListView's list of video objects it's giving us. And so we're just giving it a variable name of object for each iteration in the object list. Just like a normal Python for loop. It's no different than that. And then now in this media, on this link variable here, we'll do object.thumbnail to get the video thumbnail image out. Down here in our H5 tag, we're going to go ahead and grab the title. So we'll just do object.title. And then down here, we want to go ahead and grab the uploader. So do object.uploader. And then down here, we want to go ahead and do the object.date_posted. We'll go ahead and add a filter here, and we'll put date : and we'll put in quotes m space lowercase d comma space uppercase y. And what we're doing here is we're just going ahead and just formatting the date to make it look a little better, just to get the month, day, and year just in that format right there. So we'll go ahead and save that. And now we'll come back to our browser here. We'll reload this page. And now we're getting an error here. It looks like we forgot one thing. After we do our for loop, we need to end it somewhere. So we'll come down here. We'll go down below two divs. So this div right here is the same one for this row. So right before that, we're going to go ahead and just put it in for tag. So just end for. And save that. And now I'll come back here, reload this page again, and now we're getting our video we just added. If we click on the image, it takes us to the image to the detail view for that that video. And now we have our user, which is admin, and we have our current date right there. So this is all working great. Now we add more videos. They'll just keep coming up within rows on this page. So let's go and add a couple more videos real quick just to show that. We'll do video 2. Let's do video description. Choose a video file. Go ahead and submit the video. We go back to our home page here, and we have our second video there. Let's go and add 2 more just so we can see what it looks like. And we'll choose a video file, choose a thumbnail, and then submit the video. And we'll do one more video here. Videos/create. Video 4. Let's do 4th video. Choose a video file, choose a thumbnail, and then submit that video as well. Now if we go back to our index page, you'll see now it puts 3 videos in a row and starts a new row, starts putting videos in that row. So it's all working very well. That's exactly what we want. The final thing we want to add before we end this video is a navbar. Right now it's kind of annoying to have to go here and type the different URLs in just to get around. Let's go ahead and add just a simple navbar for now, just to make that a little bit easier. So we'll go ahead and go back to our text editor, and we're going to go ahead and create a new file within our videos, our templates/videos folder. So in here, create a new file, and I'll call this navigation.html. And in here, I'm going to go ahead and copy this code in as well. It's just coming from Bootstrap, a simple navbar from Bootstrap. The code will be in the description as well, but we'll go ahead and just copy this and paste it in here. We'll go ahead and save this. And just to go over it real quick, we're just creating a simple navbar. We're checking if the user is logged in. If so, we'll give them different options. So if they're logged in, we'll give them an upload video option and a sign out option. If they're not logged in, within this else block here, we'll give them a register or a sign in option. So just to see that in action here, we come back to our browser here. Or actually, before we do that, we need to go ahead and add this, or now that we have this file created, we need to add this to our base template. So right now, this navigation page won't load unless we add it to that template. So back in our base template, we can add files within it pretty easily by just going and adding this tag here. We'll do it right above our block, content block. We'll add a template tag here, and we'll go ahead and do include, and in quotes, videos/navigation.html. So since this is in our videos folder here, we can just do videos/navigation.html, put that in quotes, and then save that, and that will load our template, or load our navbar within this template on every page. So now we go ahead and reload this page here. We now have this simple navbar here. We're signed in at the moment, but if we go ahead and sign out, we can go ahead here and sign out. And now it gives us a register and sign in button here to choose those options instead. And that is it for this video. We added some good pieces to this application. All the code for the starting code and the ending code will be in the description, as well as the documentation and everything else that you'll need for this video, as well as a link to the written tutorial. In the next video, we'll continue to add more features to this application. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.